This is Remix Report with your hosts, DJ JD and DJ J Spring. For the date of
December 8th, 2010.
Today's video brought to you by YourDJLogo.com. Get your new DJ logo today.
Hey everyone, welcome to Remix Report episode 128. I'm DJ JD.
I'm DJ J Spring.
And today it's another Playlist Wednesday.
But first, remember, you guys gotta vote. Remy's, the Remix Report Awards 2010.
Yes, the link is right up there.
Yes. Sometimes we get it wrong when we point to this side or that side because it's confusing, but we know for sure it's right up there. Yeah.
So please take the time and vote. Let us know who the best remixer is, the best remix of the year is, and a couple other categories there too. So yes. Let us know what you think.
Alright, so let's get into this Playlist Wednesday. This is going to be a little different, I guess. Normally we'll say a song, what we played before and after it, or we might even break down a set of a certain genre. But today what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the end of the night, and this is something that's kind of important, and we haven't really discussed this that much yet. It kind of made me think of it when we did the video, the last one for Dig's remix of Please Don't Go, because that's a song that's kind of mellow, and with any other hit nowadays, you know there's going to be some higher up-tempo remixes of it that fit in your house set, but at the same time it's mellow enough where you probably wouldn't want to play it during the middle of the night until Diggs did his peak hour version.
Yeah, a lot of those songs you really usually play opening or maybe not at all because they just don't fit too well in the peak hour of the night.
And sometimes, I was talking to JD before we shot this, it's tough because, I mean, a lot of times I want to have some kind of plan when I get to the club, knowing at least what time of night I want to play certain tracks. But it's sometimes kind of tough to figure out. Like, with this list, we have a list of about 10 or so songs, and you would never want to play all 10 of these right at the end, because then you'd have to start at like 1:15, and you don't want to get mellow that early. And sometimes at the beginning you're not sure if you want to drop some of them early because they're such big hits that you don't know if you want to kind of waste them that early. So you kind of have to make up your mind maybe then what you want to do with it, because I mean a song like, I don't know, Grenade, Fireworks, Fuck You, the Brass Knuckles remix, those are all songs you do want to play because they are big hits. But
yeah, you kind of got to make up your mind, either risk not playing them at all because you might play them at the end of the night, but maybe the night doesn't go that way and you don't end up playing them at the end of the night, and then you didn't play them at all.
And that's what happens to me a lot of the time. These are all big hits, so you definitely should try to play as many as you can. So yes. Let's go through the list.
Let's go through the list. So first one is Firework, the new one from Katy Perry. There's definitely a couple good remixes out. The Jump Smokers just released one, as well as the Anthem Kingz did a Dutch banger. And
I think Joe Maz of Discotheque also did one. And the thing with some of the Dutch remixes of these, you don't usually want to end the night with a Dutch mix. But the Anthem Kingz, they do a lot of them, and they are good to maybe play to start this set. So if you're playing at maybe starting the set at like 1:25, 1:30ish, depending on what time last call is, or if you're in like Vegas or New York or somewhere that has a later closing than whatever, you know, the last hour, you might want to start that set. Like I was telling JD, maybe This Time or The Time by Black Eyed Peas, that's kind of Dutchy, and if you save that towards the end, that could maybe start the set as well.
Definitely. Also Grenade.
Yeah, Max Methods did a nice little up-tempo remix of that. Another Bruno Mars track, Just the Way You Are, that Anthem Kingz also did a Dutch remix too.
Yeah, and I play the Simon Steur remix of that normally. Not as in your face as and kind of more epic sounding, I think.
I think Skrillex just did a remix. I gotta really take another listen because you know Skrillex does crazy production. I'm not sure, when I hear the name Skrillex, I'm not sure it would really be a typical end of the night kind of song, so I'll have to take another listen to.
I think his is actually pretty good of that one. It's not really anything like his crazier stuff.
Just a Dream, the Riddler remix of the Nelly. I know 8 Bars also did one too. Riddler's especially is it's really meant for the end of the night, so that's a good one. Same thing with Scooter's redrum of Angel by Akon. Angel isn't as big a hit as the Nelly, but I think people will still recognize it.
Yeah, of course, Fuck You by Cee-lo, definitely a good closing song.
And we already
Brass
talked
Knuckles.
about the Brass Knuckles remix. That's a very good closer.
Please Don't Go, the DJ Q, or the Vice and Riddler remix is really good at that one too. It has kind of like a Cascade, Deadmau5 kind of sound.
I think the Vice and Riddler is like a big room kind of mix, I believe. And DJ Q did a solid job as always with his. Then Anthem Kingz just released their up-tempo mix of Right Through Me, or is it Right Through You?
Right Through You.
Right Through You by Nicki Minaj, which is actually a huge radio hit. It's only like 50-something BPM originally, 50 or 60.
Yeah, slow, and it's not in regular 4/4 time, it's in 3/4.
But it is getting a lot of radio play, and it would be a good end-of-the-night song. And thanks to Anthem Kingz, they redrummed it, and they also gave it a little bit of a Dutch break. So again, it might be something that you could start this set off with.
Yeah. And of course, some other ones that you could save that are main peak hour songs that you could possibly save to the end would be Only Girl. There's plenty of remixes of that. Teenage Dream, Liam Keegan one is my favorite out of that one, I think.
Yeah, we talked about that as well.
And Dynamite, there's a bunch of ones of that as well, but DJ Deville's is one of our favorites.
Yeah, I like the Deville because it starts off without any drums behind it. It just goes right into the chorus so everyone can sing along. And that's what makes his version especially good for the end of the night. Plus it's 128 BPM, which goes along with everything else here. So you guys have a lot of options. And, I mean, a lot of times when I'm doing open format, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way, and everyone else who we hear play open format, they do this a lot of the time too, is you have a tendency to maybe end with some of the classics, like rock classics, or oldies a lot of times. But it's good to mix it up and sometimes maybe end with some current songs as long as you keep it on a mellow note like this.
Yeah, so you can still keep them at that up-tempo set, keep them dancing and stuff, but just kind of wind them down nice and easy by using these. So hopefully that helps end your night on a good note.
Yes.
Of course, don't forget to vote for the Remy's right up there.
Please let us know who you think had the best year.
Yep, as always, please register to leave a comment.
Or you can email us, remixreport@gmail.com.
Remixreport.com.